Corp, developer behind PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, announced today that it will support its esports scene by introducing a profit-sharing program for team and league-branded in-game items. The company will reportedly provide 25% of all NATIO, NAL, PUBG, LAGUE, and PUBG European League item sales to each of the participating teams. This is an interesting way to offset the costs many new esports teams face when entering the league, especially when it comes to traveling, housing, and general operations, as explained in a press release. Further financial support is expected through additional profit-sharing opportunities for exclusive in-game items created for global events. 25% of those sales will be given to the participating teams there, on top of the regular profit-sharing program. Additionally, Corp will be matching each partner's prize pool to double the amount of money that's won, with more details to be shared at a later date. We are nothing without our teams and players, so it's critical that we develop these programs to support our competitive scene and help teams build their brands, Richard Kwong, CMO of PUBG Corp, said in a statement. In addition to building a popular esport that caters to our fanbase for years to come, we want to create a financially viable environment for players to sustain themselves and profit from their hard work. Netflix is being sued by HOSCC LLC, known for publishing the Choose Your Own Adventure novels popular in the 1980s and 90s, for alleged trademark infringement in THEANTARACT by the episode of Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. In its complaint, Guska points to a scene in Bandersnatch where a character makes reference to the Choose Your Own Adventure book, which seems to be an infringement charge against Netflix. According to the suit, Netflix apparently tried to obtain a license for Choosika's trademark in the past, but was not able to reach a deal with the publisher. As reported by Variety, the suit also claims that the episode is violent and disturbing, with its dark and violent themes being inappropriate for readers of Azeris. The suit also claims that the theme's TARNISHTHE, Choose Your Own Adventure brand. It's worth noting that Bandersnatch is certainly not the first exemplification in Choose Your Own Adventure styled storytelling, with various video games having incorporated choice-based storylines as well. Think until dawn. After all, A. Montgomery, the original publisher and author of the Choose Your Own Adventure series, passed away in 2014. His widow Shannon Gilligan took over the company. In a statement issued earlier today, Gilligan explains that the episode has nothing to do with the books, and it does not adhere to the Choose Your Own Adventure rules about successful interactive storytelling. The misappropriation of our mark by Netflix presents an extreme challenge for a small independent publisher like Choosiko, she said. The use of Choose Your Own Adventure in association with such graphic content is likely to cause significant damage, impacting our book sales and affecting our ability to work with licensing partners in the future. Choosiko is seeking at least $25 million in damages, and has issued a cease and desist request against its use of the Choose Your Own Adventure mark in another one of its programs. Heads up, game makers. Game developers conference organizers are excited to debut one good mentoring initiative this year, aimed at helping BD attendees connect with seasoned professionals who can provide valuable help. Launching at DD 2019, is a brand new mentoring program to help encourage game development professionals to continue and grow in their personal careers. Attendees can take advantage of the offering by logging into the BD Connect matchmaking tool and selecting session type that meets their needs. Mentors, comprised of seasoned professionals across all sections of the industry, will be matched with you via the system. Meeting will take place in the exclusive BD Mentoring Lounge located in the Expo. Mentoring sessions are scheduled to open for sign-ups in early February, so make sure to mark your calendars. Here are the types of mentoring sessions on offer at DD 2019. Available to summits, conference all-access pass holders. Available to Expo Plus summits, conference all-access pass holders. Attendees seeking more information on the show session lineup should check out the official DD 2019 schedule builder, which continues to add new talks every week. Bring your team to BD. Register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on NGDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and BD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Hold On is a premium-priced mobile brick breaker built upon the joy found in a single moment in the genre, the time when the ball sneaks behind the blocks and just goes wild, bashing away at them as the player watches. It's a game that encourages players get their ball bouncing between blocks as often as possible, savoring the chaos as the balls slam about. Gamasutra spoke with Martin Grapefruit Johnson, developer of Hold On as well as other finally made indie games like Twofold Incorporated and Dream Capsule, to talk about how the appeal of this moment shaped the game's play style, how the game's design helps the player find order and strategy within those wild bounces, and designing stages that would make this kind of moment happen often. In Johnson's words, per usual, it's a mishmash of ideas from all over. But the initial seed came from playing another game that uses a similar mechanic. Aim a stream of balls at a bunch of blocks, break them, do it again. That particular game felt like a missed opportunity, so I quickly threw together my own prototype to try out some ideas I had. There's this mysterious, universal appeal to watching a bunch of balls bounce around that just made it work really well. Basically, it became about distilling that bit in more traditional brick breakers, i.e. breakout, where you sneak a ball in above all the bricks, and it just goes wild. I cannot claim to really understand it, but the bouncing is hypnotic. With Hold On, it became a challenge to balance the inherent chaos of 50 or so balls bouncing around with some type of order and hierarchy to what was and was not important. There's a lot going on once the bouncing starts, so I was fairly restrictive with effects and such, mostly using them to convey important changes on events. This is related to the layout of the generation of levels. I realized it would be a good incentive for deep shots if the blocks actually rested on each other, so removing blocks lower in the playfield would make it messy. This basically required the game to have you shoot down. I did try upside-down gravity along with shooting up, because that configuration is less prone to the common mobile issue of hiding the thing you are aiming at with your finger. However, that upside-down mode was incredibly confusing, so firing down it was. The stages are all procedurally generated, but somehow, I got quite lucky with the way they are generated and ended up with a setup that was easy to tweak to make levels that strike a good balance. between difficulty and fun shots. Early in prototyping, it became obvious that the most fun shots were when you managed to get your balls in a small pocket and they bounce around wildly. These types of setups were originally somewhat rare to happen upon. But once I realized I could do the rounded corners, it all fell into place. They open up the playfield much more, and in combination with the larger Tetrimino-style blocks, it just works really well. Looks nice too. That balance is all down to tweaking the way the levels are generated. Luckily, I have many knots I can tweak for that.